To be honest, we were let down by the Rookie Season 7 Episode 18, The Good, the Bad, and the Oscar. The episode isn't horrible, it's simply too flimsy and unfinished for a season finale. The purpose of a season finale is to conclude all of the plots that have been established over the season and to introduce new ones for the next one. That wasn't even achieved in this episode, as none of the major problems from Season 7, Oscar's escape and Chenford's future, were resolved. Therefore, we would have been okay with this being a prelude to the season finale. There would be one more episode to catch Oscar and have the talk Chenford needed after all. However, because it's the season finale, the episode feels unsatisfying because it leaves us wondering about all that could have been but didn't, as well as hoping for something that never quite comes. Oscar comes first. Throughout the season, this plotline was disregarded. Since the start of the season, the show hasn't even tried to identify Oscar or try to capture him. The search for Oscar is abruptly resumed in The Good, the Bad, and the Oscar, Episode 18 of the Rookie Season 7, as though months had gone by without any mention of him. To be honest, we had also forgotten about him. This is more evidence that the season hasn't exactly been excellent on narrative coherence. The Oscar motif doesn't stop there though. Despite the lack of development, as a viewer, you expect him to be apprehended and this plot to have a satisfying conclusion once the episode remembers he exists. This is another area where the episode falls short, though, as Oscar manages to get away, leaving one of the season's main plotlines underdeveloped and unfinished. If that weren't enough, the plot they introduce with Monica in the Rookie Season 7 Episode 18, The Good, the Bad, and the Oscar, is completely superfluous and hardly more than a sketch. Instead than reusing villains, they ought to create fresh ones. With a longer storyline, Liam could have played the villain. It's fine for us to bring Monica and Oscar back and occasionally as cameos because we love to dislike them and they stir up trouble. But for heavier stories, it's time for the program to alter its antagonists because Monica and Oscar have run their course. Especially Monica. Chenford is just another incredibly disappointing element of The Good, the Bad, and the Oscar, Episode 18 of the Rookie Season 7. They had a good start. Lucy was getting used to her new job and was open to anything that might happen with Tim, but she knew they needed to have a serious conversation first. Tim, meantime, is giving Lucy some space even though he knows this too and is eager to talk to her and make things right between them. He wants to make sure Lucy is on the same page as him and has had time to get used to her new role because he knows he was the one who injured her. However, Angela is right when she warns that he will shatter Lucy's heart once more if he waits too long. Tim must let her into his heart. And by the end of the episode, he intends to have done so. Tim considers every possibility. Hep prepares Lucy's favorite breakfast and is prepared for her to unwind and hear his thoughts when she gets home. Additionally, Tim's speech is amazing and leaves us speechless. He vows that he will never injure Lucy in such a way again because he is acutely aware of the harm he has caused her. He has put a lot of effort into fulfilling that pledge. And he continues to do so. However, it's time for them to resolve their differences. We scream at this point in The Good, the Bad, and the Oscar, Episode 18 of the Rookie Season 7. Tim invites Lucy to move in with him, asking her to go one step further. In the mornings, he wants to meet her there for breakfast and to give her a quick kiss before she departs. He desires to have her in his home and life indefinitely. It's also lovely. Everything broke apart just when we were eager to find out Lucy's response. Lucy is asleep, so she doesn't hear anything as Tim pours his heart out to her in this scene from the Rookie Season 7 Episode 18, The Good, the Bad, and the Oscar. Accordingly, that discussion will continue in Season 8. And because we feel like we've been duped, we end up appearing foolish. After praying that this is a poor prank, we find out it isn't. One of the major disputes to be settled this season was Chenford. They have also been preparing for their reunion over the course of 17 episodes. Indeed, the buildup has been erratic, with a lot of important exchanges and scenarios taking place off-screen. With too many flirty passages and few scenes that actually had meaning, such as the fire scene or their Valentine's Day exchange, the road to reconciliation was carelessly built. However, after Lucy had the test results, they made it apparent that we would accomplish that goal this season, so at least that road was there.